What's up, everybody? It's your boy Dave. So today I wanted to do something a little different. I wanted to talk a little bit about my weight loss journey. As of March 2nd of this year, I was up to 240 pounds, which was the highest I've ever been. I think going back probably to about 2007, 205 was about the biggest I had ever been. And I had tried several different ways to lose weight. I can't remember the books, Nutrisystem, Atkins, this belly fat book, I can't remember. I tried P90X. I tried, multiple meals. I tried vegan. I mean, I've tried just about everything. And back in 2019, 2020, my wife and I actually tried keto, which actually worked pretty good. But if you know anything about the ketogenic way of eating, you're still eating carbs. You're not eating as many. You're eating about, for me, it was probably about 25 to 45 grams of carbs, somewhere in there. But I still tried to minimize it. Tried doing that off and on. I think I lost a lot of inches, and the weight, I lost a decent amount of weight. I'm trying to remember what I was at. I think it was at that time I was 218 pounds, and I had gotten down to like 208 or 209, something like that. And then kind of went back to eating the crap and just ballooned right back up. I used to be a police officer, so we always had donuts and pizza and sub sandwiches and cookies. Every time I'd come in the back door at work, the cafeteria was right there, and citizens were always bringing food, and it was hard to not partake of it. I didn't have the wherewithal to not take of it, so I would end up eating it. So I retired in 2020. Moved into a new house, moved to Ohio, and in Ohio we bought some land and spent the first 3 months remodeling the house, trying to get it updated. And we were just eating bologna sandwiches, just all kind of crap, because it was hard to really try to do the keto way of eating. And just up and down for probably the last year and a half, 2 years, up until March 2nd of this year. So I looked into the carnivore way of eating just because it was something I was like, can I do that? Because when I was doing keto, carnivore was very similar to keto. I mean, keto was pretty similar to carnivore. I mean, you ate a few carbs, but not a lot. If you don't know anything about keto, keto is high fat, moderate protein, low carbs. Carnivore is basically 0 carbs, 0 sugar. Now, I found some sugar substitutes that you can actually eat. It's amazing how much you can learn just about different types of sugar, but things that had xylitol, aspartame, a lot of people would still do those, but they recommend that you don't do those. So let me fast forward to this year again. So March 2nd, 2023, I was 240 pounds, fluctuating between 239 and 240. And kind of freaked me out because I'd never been that heavy. My heaviest in 2019, like I said, was 218. And even that freaked me out. So imagine being 22 pounds heavier than that. So it kind of freaked me out. So I decided I'm going to try this. But I also implemented 1 meal a day, or OMAD as they call it, and the intermittent, which is kind of like intermittent fasting. Most days I still eat 1 meal a day, usually about 5 or 6 in the evening, which usually consists of a protein, maybe some cottage cheese or something, maybe a little bit of greenery, even though on carnivore you really don't eat greens. I still like my peppers and onions, so every once in a while I'll have some peppers and onions. Which would be a no-no on carnivore, but I'm just telling you what I did. So in the morning, I might have 2 or 3 pieces of bacon, maybe 2 or 3 eggs, and then in the evening, I'll have maybe 2 burgers, no bread, obviously, some mayonnaise and some mustard. And sometimes I even use a little bit of ketchup, even though I know it has sugar in it. So again, I haven't done this exactly like true carnivore, but I'm just trying to explain to you what it did for me. So as of today, May 11th, I believe today is, I am 202 pounds. So I've lost almost 40 pounds in 2 months and like 8 days. That's crazy to me. I've lost a lot of inches. Half my clothes aren't fitting anymore. I'm going to put a picture up here so you can see the difference between 40 pounds and now. Again, I understand that men and women are different and all our bodies are different and we lose in different ways. But I'm telling you, when I look in the mirror now, I need to start lifting weights again because I have all this. My arms are so skinny now. I was thinking, man, my face is just so sunken. My wife was teasing me. She said, you look like a cancer patient. I don't think she was trying to be insensitive. She was just trying to find something to define how much weight I had lost. So I'm thankful because with all the research I've done and everything I've read, you're going to always have haters and people that are going to try to speak against something because the science. But I've listened to several doctors who have given the okay for this way of eating. Like I said, I do take supplements. I do take potassium and I do take magnesium. And I get my electrolytes because, like I said, pretty much my diet right now consists of a little bit of bacon, some eggs, cheese, a little bit of dairy in the form of heavy whipping cream, steak, hamburger, chicken, a little bit of pork, things of that nature. And like I said, I just don't eat a whole lot, you know. So I think eating 1 to 1.5, maybe 2 meals a day and drinking a lot of water and not giving myself virtually any sugar at all, I think has been the catalyst that has helped me do this. When you think of how much crap we have in our foods, trying to find something that doesn't have sugar in it is almost impossible, or some form of sugar. So trying to wipe out, I mean, I went to make me some chicken wings, a little wing ding, which I love. I make them in the air fryer. And I'm telling you, the ranch dressing has sugar in it. I just like, man, everything has. I think the only thing I had that didn't have sugar in it was hot sauce. So I would just put hot sauce and shake them up in a bowl and do that just to have something to eat. But again, sorry to drag this video out. This was my story, but I know probably men would probably have more success as far as the rate at which I lost. My wife won't do carnivore. She's still kind of following the keto way of eating, but she's probably lost 50 pounds. So we're working at it. You know, the bottom line is we're getting older, we're not getting younger, and our body is supposed to be the temple of the Holy Spirit, you know, me being a Christian man, and I want to do everything I can to take care of the body that God has given me, you know, not putting a lot of garbage in. I've spent probably the first 55 years of my life with sugars and candies and cakes and pops and sodas and you name it, all the garbage that we put in our bodies. I've done that for 50 years. So now it's time to give my body a long enough break to where it's actually has time to heal and be better. So anyway, like I always say, I love you guys and I will see you on the next one. Peace.